Hey, welcome to the channel. This week we've got some crossover figures that we're going to be looking at. 2 boxes of these have arrived, so we're going to see what these come out like. We've got a couple from this set already, but this is not a sort of series we've really gone too deep into up to this point. The reason I picked these ones up is because in both cases I got these for some really good prices. I'll go through all that later on as we go through them, so let's get these opened up and see what we've got. Right, so these are 2 parcels in question. Let's get cracking. Okay, so the first one I pulled out is this mutated He-Man. I do like the fact that these come with a little comic book included. That's quite cool. This is another one I can remember from being a kid. We've got Leonardo. And the last one for this box is the main man, Donatello. First class, they all look to be in good order, but we'll have a proper look in a second. Let's get the other box opened up. Okay, second one. This is the Michelangelo figure. This is Raphael. This is the guy I bought it from. Okay, number 3. And this one is Leonardo. Again, some lovely detail on this. Oh wow, a massive battle on the image on the back on this one. And there we go, completing the quartet is Donatello. Well, let's clear up all this mess and have a closer look at these guys. So the left hand side is the complete first wave of the Turtles of Grayskull. Now, I wasn't planning on buying the Master of the Universe figures from the set, but because this was sold as a bundle, and because it had He-Man and Man-at-Arms, 2 figures that I do remember from my childhood, I thought, you know what, let's get them and include them. I'm certainly not going to go down the rabbit hole of collecting all of the He-Man sort of Master of the Universe side of this collection, although I could be tempted to pick up the Skeletor maybe. But yeah, this is the He-Man figure, so he's been mutated. I've not read the comic yet. I am going to order the full thing, so I can have a look through that story. I've heard mixed reviews of it. So yeah, this is He-Man mutated. Some nice detail on the figure. Obviously the colouring's all completely different. Looks almost translucent to me. The back here you can see you've got the comic packed in with him. And I think my favourite thing about these figures is the really excellent artwork on the back. Different for each one that I've picked up so far. So here we can see mutated He-Man at the back, and the Shredder over here with his ooze. Very cool. What happens when the most powerful man in the universe is doused with mutagenic ooze from another dimension? Nothing good. With He-Man now a mindless pawn in Skeletor's hand, will this be the end of Eternia? I guess we find out. So you get 2 from each IP. Yeah, very good. So that's the first one. All of these, by the way, are unpunched. So in terms of the turtle ones, the one I was most pleased to pick up is this Donatello, because this is obviously the original one, the first one they released. When I started looking at these originally, when they started releasing them a couple of years ago, the prices on all of these were well into the £20 plus area. I definitely think you're starting to see a few pop up at more reasonable numbers now. Yeah, so Donatello, some really great armour on him. And again, this really cool artwork on the back. We've got Leonardo. I do think I prefer the Reptile Wars version of Leonardo, but I am pleased to have this original release as well. Irrespective of the success or failure of this sort of franchise, I do think that, you know, the crossover of Master Universe and Turtles, I mean, these are two things that really were cornerstones of my childhood. I guess Master Universe kind of stayed there because there hasn't been a huge amount done with it in the years since. I know there has been a new TV series, etc., but not a great deal. Whereas the Turtles have kept reinventing themselves, which has sort of kept it in my mind. That's why I perhaps keep coming back to them. But yeah, nevertheless, a really great crossover here, and this is again good detail. I like the bandana sort of swaying in the wind. Again, some nice accessories and armour and that. You see his swords at the back here. Again, some wicked artwork. Leo taking on the Shredder. It does say here apparently you can combine half swords into the power katana. There you go. So the final one is Man at Arms. Probably the one that I'm least bothered about, but that's not to do him injustice. I do remember Man at Arms from the original MOTU stuff, and yeah, a very cool figure. I like the fact they've tried to incorporate some turtle type things. If you look at his knee guard and his sort of shoulder armour there, you see that? You've got this sort of turtle effect, sort of turtle shell effect on it, which is pretty cool. And you can see this kind of Krang figure here. That's one that I certainly wouldn't mind picking up. So all in all, a nice little bundle that. Right, so let's pop these back and look at the second lot. Okay, so the second lot are all from the later wave, the Reptile Wars series. Now the first thing you notice about these is the cardboard is much thicker, much thicker than the old original ones. All of the figures have obviously got some kind of snake type detail on them. So for Donatello, you can see you've got the fangs on his mask here. Not sure if I like this as much as the original one, but very cool. And again, loads of nice detail. Loads of, you've got some sort of fire effects you can put on here as well. They've altered the graphics slightly again to have this kind of, you know, you've got the snake in the middle and these two popping out over the top. Still retaining these excellent bits at the top with the characters in. Yeah, nice artwork still. You've got the Reptile Wars logo here. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles scour Eternia for Shredder, but find themselves in the middle of King Hiss's plot to make the Snake Men the most powerful force in the universe. There you go. And for these, this is the wave this one comes from. You've got Donnie and Raph, along with Mechaneck and Rattler. I've got a feeling this was the first one. That's him. We've got Raphael. This does look really mean. I like the fact they've gone with the over-the-head bandana. Something that more and more Raphael figures are starting to adopt. Again, some really nice armour. Yeah, I do really like this figure, I've got to say. Really like this one. On the back. Yeah, nice. You've got him fighting this, what looks like a foot soldier. Again, the same cross-cell. I would obviously like to get the Raphael figure from the original wave. But for now, at least we've got this one. Yeah, very cool. We've got Leo. So yeah, I think I kind of slightly prefer this to the earlier Leonardo. Some of the armour on the first one just looks a bit oversized. This is a bit more in proportion. Not sure about the letters on their chests, but yeah, quite nice sort of translucent detail on here. Obviously some good weaponry. This was the one with the really, yeah, expansive image. I hadn't spotted the Splinter in the background last time as well. That's pretty cool, sort of overseeing it all. And so yeah, this is obviously a different, I'm pretty sure this was the second wave. So you've got Leo, Mikey, and you've got Clamp Champ and Ninja. I'm not bothered about picking these up. So it's predominantly the Turtles side of it that I'm interested in, but very good. So that just leaves us with Michelangelo. Now I'm not sure about his outfit, if I'm being honest. While I like to see sort of the snake inspired detail, and I'm not sure just sticking a great big snake face on his chest is quite my sort of thing, but nevertheless, I mean, it's, nice mean look on his face. Again, some good weapons, and you've got this sort of translucent, I don't even call it really, it's sort of a meshy type sort of stuff. Here he is on the back, and this is the final picture. As you can see, Mikey jumping through the air. Yeah, some really cool artwork on these. So that, yeah, if you're looking to buy these to keep them in the packaging, I'd say the packaging itself is very good. First of all, you've got a nice big clear bubble on the front, so you can see all the detail of the figure. And if you are, say, going to be enjoying these, some lovely artwork on the back as well. So yeah, very good. Right, let's put these all back up here and talk some numbers. Okay, so what do these guys cost us? Left hand side, we've got the full first wave of the Turtles of Grayskull figures. So in total, this bundle cost this much, and if you work that out per figure, it's this much. On the other side here, we've got the 4 turtle figures from the Reptile Wars wave of the Turtles of Grayskull. So this spans across both waves, just the turtle ones, not the MOTU stuff. And again, the 4 figures as a bundle cost this much, and that works out at this much per figure. So for me, the fact that I was looking at these a year, 18 months ago, certainly the older ones, and you were talking about 20 plus per figure, 25 plus per figure in many instances, no question, if you shop around, you can get these for much more realistic, sensible prices. I had a little look through the list of what's been released in this series. I think there's about 35 figures in total. With these 8 that I've now acquired, put those with the 2 I already had, which was Casey Jones and Stealth Ninja Leo. That means I've got 10 of the 35 figures. So I've had a little look through, and there's probably another 10, 12 that would be quite nice to add into the collection. Essentially all of the turtle ones and Skeletor, which is the only other one that I'm sort of fussed about having from the MOTU side of it. But I do really like these. I don't think I'd be happy to pay those original prices, but if I can pick them up for 12, 13, 14 pounds per figure, something like that, I think that's perfectly reasonable. Whether you're displaying them loose or on the card, I think they're good looking figures. I like the graphics, I like the artwork on the back. I've got nothing bad to say about these really. As I say, I haven't read the comic, I will pick that up, but as a crossover, I just think this is a really fun idea. Yeah, for me, if they draw a line at this now and they don't make any more figures and it's just the 35, I think it's been an interesting line. Thank you as always for watching me unbox these and go through the newest additions to our ever-growing collection. If you've enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. And if you want to see other similar videos, I've got lots of Playmate stuff. Obviously these crossover type figures, various different generations, NECA stuff, Super 7. Some of our series include figure specific ones. I've already got I think 5 up now for the 4 Turtles and Shredder. We've also got our complete 2012 series where we're aiming to pick up every single 2012 figure. I've recently added some of the more vintage 80s figures into the collection, and we've picked up some of the reissue stuff for that as well, so quite a mixture all told. I do also have a small number of video game collecting videos on the channel. You need to look back quite a way to find those. I might get back into some of that as well. Before I started collecting the Turtles, I was massively into collecting video games, but at the time I wasn't putting that on YouTube. So anyway, far too much waffle from me. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks as always for watching, and take it easy.